Oh, look at that. I don't know what button that is that I keep pressing for that to just snap over there, but we're here. We're back. Let me button this up. Man. Oh my God, has it been a long time? Still got some stuff that I need to fix up over here, but my God, has it been forever? I'm not even fully ready yet, but I can at least say with 90% confidence now that everything is finally how I need it to be stable. It will no longer be plagued with tech issues, but that's not really the reason why I was gone. So why was I gone? So guys, so we had the election, okay, and I needed to. Well, first off, I got super busy at work. Actually, that's a big reason. Like even right now, like this week, I'm working till midnight or like yeah, till about like midnight. So I'm like my schedule is just has not been very cooperative when it comes to this anything else I've been trying to do. I'm so behind on a bunch of other things that I really need to do first before doing this. But I see you guys pinging for me. Okay, look, I promise you, it's not that I was ignoring you. Part of it was that I was ignoring you, but it's just because my God, was I like terribly busy. I mean, I was just terribly busy between all the side projects I got going on, the election, whatnot, my predictions coming to fruition about the results of those, what's going to happen after those elections. Let me tell you guys, okay? I am pretty confident that this next prediction is going to come true, okay? You guys have, what is it right now? It's February 14th, okay? It's February 14th. You guys have maybe 10 more days to order whatever is the like really cool, nicest things that you've ever wanted that you could sort of afford, but not really, and you're going to use a credit card. This is the only time you have left now to get it. Because let me tell y'all something, okay? Just like my predictions, everything is raising in price. All right. The things that I have been buying since the election, okay, the things that I have been buying since the election have gone up. Some of it 10%, others 40%. And then there's some that have like hard number, like raw numbers of like $200 plus, depending on like, how expensive they are, especially with the tech equipment, whatnot, right? It's only going to get worse from here. All right. Expenses is about to go through the roof for dream items, stuff that you might have really wanted. Electronics is about to go out the window. If you've been eyeing something that you've been wanting, this is, some like 10 terabyte external hard drive, a camera, or, maybe that cell phone or something. Um, oh, would you look at that? I see. Oh, you know what? Silly me. I need to put, I'm over there freezing up because I forgot to see. It's been so long. I forgot to even cut cut this back up so that way it's not freezing up. There we go. Now it shouldn't be freezing up. I don't know why that stream was acting crazy like that, but yeah. See, it's been so long. I forgot to enable that. I keep my stuff in power saver mode, guys. All right, less energy, less heat. It's the only way to go about it. But we're here, and ooh, this looks. I think I kind of like the mellow darkness. You know what? I'll crank it up maybe a little bit more. Not too much. Not too much. And ain't no way. I had a. It was a short moment where it told me it was still freezing. It looks good to me. I'm just gonna make a quick double check here. I said I had fixed up everything, so there shouldn't be anything giving me any problems. Yeah, I don't see anything giving me any problems. As long as you look good, as long as it looks good, it's good. Yeah, it looks good to me. Looks good to me. I don't have anything running, right? Nope. I'm gonna assume that it's still good. Okay. Let's see what we have here. I thought I had something going on. Um, but my God, guys, there's so much to talk about, and I'm not going to spend that much time on. I just got off of work, and the thing is that even my night schedule, which is only temporary, okay, so then I still have an adjustment period I gotta do after that. Um, I'm just now just getting off of work, like 2.5 hours almost after I was supposed to have gotten off, just because some issues were happening. So it's been a busy day, right? I've been building a lot of stuff. I got a crazy build I can't wait to show you guys, all right? A lot of this stuff that's going on is on my new build, not my personal PC build, right? But I got servers and stuff that I've been building, some serious hardware, because like I boys, this AI stuff gonna get hard, gonna get deep, okay? This AI stuff about to go crazy. Yeah, and the thing is, the competition about to get crazy too. DeepSeek. Uh oh, hi Emily. I've had a bunch of other people already pass me designs and stuff. I appreciate it though. Thank you. Um I have had some serious server builds that I've been working on that we've gotten made and uh pushed through. And I'm just waiting on like just a couple of more pieces because some things didn't fit properly or whatnot. Especially like once you start getting like the AMD Epic CPUs. Oh my gosh, I got this dual AMD Epic CPU for my tech people, right? If you regular person, you're not gonna say anything I'm talking about. But my tech people, y'all know. Okay, those are some big boys. All right, their coolers are even just a radiator you're just supposed to put on it is just massive. Okay, um, it's crazy. It's just crazy the stuff that I'm building, right? Multi GPUs. I'm talking like I have like a total of 10 NVIDIA GPUs, like in total because of all the different things I've been building. The one main thing I'm just really waiting on is another motherboard set that I absolutely need, just because I've been getting all this Chinese stuff and I need to build me a firewall so I can catch the Chinese, okay? Because I'm pretty sure one of these bad boys must have some Chinese spyware on them, and I need to design my own firewall so I can just make sure I catch it when it rears its ugly head. I'm pretty sure the network cards have to have it, right? They're not slick, okay? They're really fancy. I have these really fancy network cards, right? They are PCIe. You're not gonna understand again, right? My non-tech people, you're not gonna understand, right? But PCIe dual 10 gig port network cards, right? They go into the PCIe slots. And those same network cards have two M2 slots built in that support up to 4 terabyte M2. I guess you call them hard drives. M2 hard drives, right? So just think, right? You can have an 8 terabytes of storage space in M2s, right? Two separate 4 terabyte hard drives, okay? In a device that also has two network ports, that comes with two network ports that support 10 gigabits per second of network speeds. All right. Amazing. The Chinese, my God. All right. But I'm pretty sure that it has some spiral on it. And so we got a plan for that. So if I just randomly go out, uh, just missing for another couple of weeks, that you can add that to your list of one of the many things, right? Besides me just blowing you guys off, right? Which I promise I wasn't doing. There's just way too much going on. There's just so much going on. But definitely buy your things, okay? Stuff's gonna get super expensive. The way I'm looking at it now, I'm gonna actually be serious now for a moment, okay? Because I've been wanting to talk about this. Uh so now that Trump's back in the White House again, okay, he's going to do some good things. He's going to do some bad things, okay? Just like his last presidency, right? He's going to touch things that nobody dared to touch that needed to be touched. I should probably rephrase that. That sounds, I don't want to bring up the Epstein photos. But look, hear me out, okay? He is most certainly going to do some good things. I don't doubt this at all, right? But if I'm looking at the things that I know are going to be the gravest of concerns, I would say he is most certainly speed running us now to a very dark place for the country. Okay. Um, I'm talking about that from and a lot can change, right? For now, I'm actually in high hopes that maybe he might change something. I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But let me just tell you guys, right? This is my one, because I might talk about this again some other time, but this will mostly just be it right here. Okay. He is going to speed run us into a very dark place for the country as a whole when it comes to fiscal policies. Okay. And I'm sure you probably wasn't expecting me to go fiscal for a lot of that. But it's not looking good. All right. Financial status of the United States is not looking good. I would say we have, without something crazy happening, which in 2 years, obviously, right, we'll have the congressional stuff and that'll be a sign, right? But then 4 years, we just really don't know. Excuse me. I would say we have 9 years. People probably want to pick the nice number 10. I'd say we have 9 years. Really probably about 8. We have about 9 years before the country hits a place with its fiscal policies, the debt and stuff, that some very, very tough, hard things are going to need to be made. Okay. I don't know if you guys seen it. I'll play the video on another stream. It won't be this stream. Okay. But I was watching this video. This one Congress guy that's been talking about this stuff for a long time, but the numbers finally hit the realm of immediate sight. We can now actually see exactly when this is going to happen because of that beautiful thing called math. Okay. In about 10 years time, in a little less than 10 years time, assuming nothing else happens. Okay. I think we're going to be $2 trillion in interest payments. Okay. Interest on the debt, because of how much debt we're carrying, would have become the most expensive thing we're paying for the United States budget. $2 trillion, right? 2 trillion, meaning if we were not in debt at all, we were somehow balanced. Okay. Just think, we would have $2 trillion in money we could use for anything else, but we have to spend it on interest payments for our debt. Okay. 9 years. This is the time now for you to grind like your life depended on it, because I'm trying to tell you something, guys. Your life's probably going to depend on it. Your livelihoods is probably really going to depend on it, because this ain't going to be like no Great Depression or anything like that. We're talking about like Soviet Union converting to Russia type of collapse. Okay. I don't know what that looks like, but what that would possibly look like for the United States. But, and like I say, there's a lot of crazy factors, right? Because there's only 3 ways we get out of this. Raise taxes, nobody wants to do. Cut actual expenses, not waste, not fraud, not abuse. All waste, even waste itself, is a drop in a bucket for the rest of the for the overall budget. I'm sorry. Like, even if you told me like there's what, like $5 billion in waste, sure, that's a lot. That's quite a bit, right? But our budget is in the trillions of dollars. Okay. Right? It takes 1,000 billions to make 1 trillion. All right. So 5 billion in waste, right? Waste, fraud, and abuse, I promise you, do not equate nowhere near that much. Nowhere near much to make a meaningful difference. Okay. So all the stuff that Elon Musk is telling you and everything, that, oh yeah, we're going to cut all this and cut all expenses, it's honestly bullshit. I'm just sorry. It's just bullshit. Mathematically, it's just bullshit. Okay. All right. Once you realize the actual size of the budget for authorized things, we can have the most perfect fiscal policy where there's no waste, fraud, and abuse anywhere, and it wouldn't matter. What's killing us is is what was it? It was healthcare. What was it? It was healthcare and social security. I think it's like what it was, like basically entitlements. Okay, so number two is cutting expenses, which you'd have to go for the real stuff. Waste, fraud, and abuse ain't nothing. That's not gonna do nothing. It's gonna be the medical stuff. It's gonna be primarily the medical stuff. I think it's like what it is. It's like burning us up. But it was that or grow the economy. And then of course that's where all your bells and whistles on public speaking you're going to see from all the politicians and stuff, right? Oh, we're going to grow the economy 3%, 5%. All the jobs coming in, all the manufacturing's coming in and what. God, don't. Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there, right? But those are the only three ways. Okay, those are the only three ways you get a country to like do something about its debt, right? They either have to make more money or they have to spend less, so they have more money to pay towards the paying off the debt. Okay. I don't understand too why we don't like start speed running the debt too, right? Like as a general fiscal policy for people, you guys personally, if you had like 5 credit cards in debt, I don't know why you would think making just the minimum payment, so just which would be the interest payments plus whatever, right? Is a why do that, right? You have it. You should be doing your best to get extra money to like to speed run one of those credit cards, right? To pay them off, right? That's what you should be doing, right? You should never be making the minimum payments for anything, if possible. If possible, you don't ever want to make the minimum payments for anything. But that's not we're not even gonna get into that because I don't want to get too sidetracked off of this. Okay, I'm just telling you all of this because one, you need to buy your shit. Buy your shit. I have bought what would probably be the salary equivalent of a child working in a sweatshop worth of Chinese goods. Okay. I have gotten so much Chinese goods well in advance before Trump getting off. Right. I had them boys loaded up in my cart waiting just to see how the elections went. As soon as they did, I was all right, bet. You know, even before that, I was ready because I already kind of subconsciously knew, right? Stuff doesn't get cheaper later on, okay? So it's just like, let me go ahead and get this, right? Maybe on the like secondhand, offhand market, you might find, but don't nothing you ever get brand new is just going to be cheaper if you wait. That's just that rarely ever happens, if it ever happens, okay? But buy all your things and then start working really hard to build yourself up to prepare for what's coming in about 10 years. Okay. In about 10 years, I don't know what they're gonna I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay, and shit's gonna turn into like survival of the fittest at that point. All the billionaire people that you've been like relying on, been watching, thinking they're gonna save you, boy, they just gonna peace out, right? They have the resources. They'll make sure that a lot of their money is in various other currencies or whatnot. So when shit takes a turn, they're good, right? And they would have already purchased homes like in other countries. The one out, you're the one is you're the one that's gonna be stuck. Just remember that, okay? All right, just remember all these business people that you guys are looking up to. Boy, I don't know. Build yourself up, make your money. That's all you can do now at this point. That is all you can do now at this point. But yeah, no, man, it feels kind of good to finally be back. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does feel pretty good to be back. I'm just checking my thing here. Maybe not, probably not next stream, but at some point I am going to show you guys. I'm probably going to take you guys around with me to show you like the stuff I've been building and all the stuff I don't set up. My house is an absolute mess right now, just because like it's been such a tough couple of weeks, couple of months. But that's that. So I'm not making no promises about streaming tomorrow, but I should be streaming Saturday, and it should be relatively early. Okay. Um, should be streaming Saturday relatively early. I think maybe we'll even do. You know what? Let's do it now. Do a wave check here. Do a wave check. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak so quietly here. Wave check, wave check. Okay. Because next month we're finally going to start cutting, getting our hair cuts and whatnot, right? We've been letting it grow for hour long. We did one cut, I think like November, December, I think something like that. I think it's like December, right? And now I'm gonna do March, and then after March, then a regular cut, and I'm gonna be doing it myself. But ooh, that look good. Hold on, let me. Could I? I gotta turn around and see. All right, I just gotta brush it right because you see there's like little patches. I ain't got my brush. I don't have my brush around here. Hey, I don't have my brush around here. I can't use this one. This one will mess it up because this one's for like when it's like super thick. When it's like this, I can't do it. But you see it. You see it coming along. You see it coming along. You see it coming along. Okay, it's coming along. It's coming along. If I was brushing it, it'd be good. If I was had it cut, it'd be even better. All right, but let me put this back on because we're going to bed very very soon. Okay, very very soon we're going to bed. I just needed to get this on just so that way, for one, I know that it all works. Right, everything's working almost precisely like I originally wanted. All right, all the channels are up. No real stress on my computer. That's not from my fault. Um, I throw this on too, just because I don't want my head to. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want this. I don't want this to slide off my head when I go to sleep because I move my head a lot in the pillows. And I be hating that, man. That's what be making like getting my back laid down properly. Cause like, I'll lay it down, and then like, I'll go to sleep, man. And just cause the way I just like move my head so much, I don't take all my stuff off. But this was a good like little comeback stream here. We're gonna move over to the main, and ooh, what is that? Why you broke over here? Hold on. That's most certainly. I think just because the way the HDMI got moved. Let me see if I can just plug it back. Okay. I just gotta wait for it. Let's see what it does. Oh, I probably. Now this is just typical. Okay, this one's just be typical just because of the way I just be moving it around. Let's deactivate it. Let's reactivate it. Yeah, see, and there we go. All right, boom. Now it's back to normal. But yeah, but yeah, I said everything is working. Um, I gotta remember to swap my mouse and keyboard whenever I'm switching between systems here. This is because I know you guys see this. My mouse is going crazy slow moving it. Let me just do that. All right, and oh, oh, I'm sorry. Why did I think I was gonna get that to work when what I need the Bluetooth. I need the Bluetooth to. I'm trying to swap. Huh. I also gotta figure out why my keyboard is why my keyboard does that. Yeah, why does it do that? Like, why is it like when I hold the control button and like and move it, and it changes my screen back to this. They're like am I hitting a some shortcut I don't know about? I don't know. Let's just change this back for right now. All right. So, well, hey, yeah, we can kill this now. And everything else looks Everything else looks good to me. You know what? I do wonder if my Steam stuff is still up. Oh, yeah. Probably also need to change my keyboard. All right. There we go. Just because you guys know we like to watch, well, we'll watch something and do something at the same time just because like our brain can't not do something. The U.S. prosecutor resigns after. Oh yeah, I already read that. We'll do like one quick politics related video and then we'll bounce. Students against Nazi extremism warn Tesla owners to sell their cars or else. Jeez, that's crazy. I don't think you guys understand. Y'all threaten. Y'all just gonna get handled. Justice Department will not play, and they'll just right. They lied to you all about the weaponization of the Justice Department, just so that way they can just soften you up for how they're going to weaponize the Justice Department, because they're going to show you what weaponization really is. So I wouldn't be threatening nobody or gesturing any kind of ill will towards anybody like that, unless you want to get caught up. The Hunter, Call of the Wild, crime scene. You know, I haven't touched PC games in so long too. This shit's probably hella outdated. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. 7.5 gigs. I guess I could start downloading some of these now. So that way, yeah. Mad Pal World was downloading. It stopped. Yeah, I guess. I mean, might as well. But I just drag these, right? Yep. Sorry, I'm just trying to. It's just like you might as well. The one I really want is just a supermarket. I want to get back to playing the supermarket game. And we'll find one politics video to watch, and then we're bouncing out, man. I'm tired. Oh, here we go. Supermarket together. I thought I already had it. I guess not. Invoices and loan system. Hope you enjoyed free rents because it's time to pay for them. Change log. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's not good. You know what? I think I was streaming on my laptop. Was that what it was? Was I streaming? Yeah, I think I was. I think I was playing on my desktop, but streaming on the laptop, so that way. Okay, and now I'm about to have to do the opposite, right? I'm gonna play on my laptop so I can stream on the desktop. I think that's how I was doing it, and that's why I was always having so much issues, because I was just pushing my laptop to the goddamn limit. Okay, cool. So, because this is most certainly gonna take some time. Let's see what we got here. Full hearing. House Storage Committee holds fiery hearing. That's 2 hours though. On the headliners. Beer steals $45 of Taco Bell. Man. Ken Jennings calls epic CNN panel meltdown. This will be good here, because it's probably just gonna be some nonsense, I'm sure. We are going to see what they got. I just need to make sure I actually plug up my headphones here so I can actually hear what's being said, and the audio's not looping. So let me just test to make sure that we're good here. Let me see. You guys probably hear that. I don't hear anything at all. Are these headphones dead? Are they dead? Did I? All right, I most certainly heard certain. Oh, encoder is overloaded. How's the encoder overloading? And is my sound is really dead. God, not really. Let me. Oh, cool. Supermarket finish. Just in time too. How about these headphones? No, this is my focus rate. My focus rate is something wrong. It's not even coming up. Huh. Well, that's not good. I don't know what I really don't know. You see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what's gonna happen if I unplug this and plug it back. But it doesn't look like I have a choice. I'm gonna unplug this. Okay. Plugged it back in. Let's try it again now. Let's see what we got. Yeah, see, now it's back up. There we go. I can only pray that that didn't impact. Oh yeah, I see the speaker will certainly back up on Oprah. Yes. Yeah, I can only pray that the sound is back for you guys. But okay, let's. Oh no, my my lights went out. All right, let's play this video. I'm losing my patience now with everything because everything's trying to challenge me. Oh yeah, I already love to see how this is getting about to be biased. But first, I do need to change this to that. Let's try that again. Oh, that's not good. I need to hold on. Oh, I'm glad I'm doing this now. Um, how you mute like that, right? There we go. All right, there we go. And then push this back up here, like so. All right, everything looks like it's gonna be this. Everything look like it's coming back. All right, everything look like it's coming back. Everything look like it's coming back. Man, I look so tired. Okay, bro, it's changing. It's changing my. I can't get a break. Why? Why is it doing that? Hold on. I gotta check my key. I gotta check my key bindings or something. I have to check my key bindings or something because I don't understand why hotkeys, right? That's what it's called, right? I don't understand. So I have two separate systems, right? And I have to use the control button. I've designed it to where I hold the control button and move my mouse to the edge of the screen to make it can start controlling the mouse and keyboard on the other system. And every time I go to hold the damn uh control, it just switches the scene back to here, and I don't understand why. Switch scene, F4. It's F4. So what? Why is it? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to understand. I don't understand why. Like if I swap this back, and I then hold on. Press control button one time. Is it? Am I crazy? No, it's like legit. I'm so glad I'm doing this 2 in the morning. I'm so glad I'm doing this 3 in the morning, right? Yo, this is it's dead at it's yeah, what could possibly be? Let me see something here. Filter this by, bro. I can confirm there is nothing. There is nothing on my keyboard. There is nothing on my keyboard. Is it the let me see something. You know, I'm gonna try. I wonder if it's the loop deck. If I stop the loop deck, right, and just kill that for right now, okay. Let me go here, and if I press it's the loop deck. The loop deck. How the hell is the loop deck? Okay. Ooh, do you know how hard it would have been for a regular person to try to figure that out? I have no idea why my loop deck is the only thing I was actually able to sit there and just think of that could possibly also influence it. But okay.
Power, judicial overreach, and whether Trump is being unfairly targeted. The CNN panel, visibly rattled, tries to gaslight the audience while Jennings holds his ground like a rock. And let's be real. When CNN starts losing the argument, they resort to meltdown mode. Let's dive in.
Okay, so one quick thing I do want to mention to you guys too is that you guys really need to be careful about this AI bot stuff that's starting to become rampant. All right, you think that there's all these people that are agreeing with you or disagreeing with you or saying these things, and I can assure you there's been so much information that's been put out there to show that there's just a very, very sophisticated group of AI botting that is being done by the Chinese, by the Russians to help sow discourse in the United States. All right. It is getting so bad that you could have, you just look at a regular chat, right? You might see a bunch of people agreeing one way or another, right? A lot of those can actually be bots, right? And it's becoming more and more difficult for the regular person to be able to figure them out. Even me, it would take me some time to have to sit there and dig through it to determine if it's a bot or not, right? Because you can kind of tell, right? They haven't become that sophisticated where the semi-trained I'm gonna just say I'm a semi-trained person, right? Semi-trained person can't actually figure it out because there's still big flaws that they'll do in their mannerisms and how they speak, as well as some of the actual activities that they do. But you guys need to be really careful, because off the bat, some of these comments, right, just it's just kind of crazy. Look at this right here, right? Here's the same guy. He posted 3 times. The president has the right to spend the money that's been allocated, right? You can't tell it's at face value. You already can't tell that that's a bot, right? I can't tell that that's a bot. He at best he's uneducated, right? Because the president does not have that authority, right? Congress has that authority to allocate the spending, right? It is the president's job to execute that make sure that is actually executed. All right. If Congress allocates money for bridges, right, the president can't then just, after the bill's been signed and passed, the president can't just then decide on whether or not the money's actually going to be sent for bridges or not. I'm sorry, that's Congress. All right, that's called the legislative branch of government. Right, the power of the purse. So right, so at best this person's uneducated, but then he messes again. A judge can tell someone to spend money. Well, hold on a minute. He just said the president has the right to spend the money that's been allocated, and then he says that a judge can tell someone to spend money. The president can cut money allocated, right? This one could be another ignorant post. But see, these right here, these first two are already like really contradictive off the bat, right? And the thing is that like, right, a reasonable person, you might not be able to tell that he's a bot or not. Let's actually let's try to just take a look. Let's take a look and see. Who is it? Paul Lambro, right? It's just this has been like super fun for me. This channel doesn't have any. Well, yeah, all right, because not everybody has anything here, but it won't show you. Join October 2024. So this is just a couple of months. So this account, see, I will say that as a flag. This account is only a couple of months old, and in the way that its mannerisms and stuff is are already a bit off. Now, there used to be a thing, I forgot how to do it, but there used to be a thing that would actually let you see all of the comments that a particular person has made. I think it's only, I don't know if you have to be on your own channel looking at their comment to see the comments that they've made in other places or whatnot, but there is a way to do it. I can't think of it right now. Excuse me. But like I see this is red flags. That is most certainly a red flag right there, right? The fact that it's a new account, less like I would say like 4 months. If it's 4 months and under in age, right, that's flag number one, right? It's mannerisms is a little bit sketchy, right? Especially when they're contradictive, right? Because bots can be very contradictive with themselves, or just completely strange. Like, oh God, there was this one comment I saw, right? That was like, man, this topic that you spoke of was very good and informative. I thank you for the topic that you presented, and that it was a very well organized topic for explanation. It's just like it was stuff you was just like, okay, this mofo, I don't know what he got going on. Most certainly a bot.
You don't have to talk to me like Congress. I have a position on this, and you have an opinion.
But I'm saying, listen to me because you're not listening, and you're making claims that are not connected to the facts. The judge is saying
maybe
Congress appropriated a certain amount of money. We need to litigate this. While we litigate this, we're going to put a hold on the actions that you took that might be unconstitutional.
So while we litigate this, I'm in charge of the executive branch, and you're not. Forget it.
But we do know that judges do get to say whether the executive is complying with the law or not. That's been the case for decades, hundreds of years.
Well, I think there's a difference between saying whether you're complying with the law, and then you have individual district court judges setting effectively broad federal policy that is specifically reserved for the President of the United States.
I'm sorry. Last I checked, it's the legislative branch that creates the laws, and then there's the judicial branch that interprets the laws to make sure they comply with the Constitution. Okay, if you don't like what a judge says is complying with the law, not complying with the law, then you need to change the law to fit how you think it was supposed to be complied with, or the actions were supposed to be allowed to be taken under the guise of that law. Like that's just how it works. You see, like I knew it. Like the channel's trying to present him as like, oh, he's like doing this stuff, but like he's just so full of it. Like that's most certainly not how the government works. That's just not how the government works. I'm sorry. People want a dictator so bad. It's really unfortunate. Sorry, I'm trying to get my little little thingamabob over.
The constitutional crisis, and it's being caused by these judges. They're not here to tell us. They're not here to tell us how to spend the money. They're not here to set broad federal policy. That is the president's job as elected by the people. These judges are.
The president cannot tell you how to spend the money. That's not how that works. Okay, Congress allocates. I already said it before, right? Congress allocates the funds, and the president executes. Congress passes the law saying that this is the money we're allocating for this. The president signs said law, and then the president executes. If the president doesn't like it, the president vetoes said law. And then Congress, according to the Constitution, right, can either make edits to send it back to see if it'll gain the favor of the president, or they can overrule him, because the president doesn't have unilateral authority to set a goddamn thing when it comes to the nation's laws. Okay? Not anything that he's not empowered to do so by, whatever previous law there is, right? Whether he chooses to enforce something or not.
To be settling discrete, specific matters, not policy setting. I think Vance is right. I think Trump has a point. And these judges want nothing more to continue the law.
I don't think anybody's going to be surprised to hear that you think Trump is right.
Doing this on purpose.
However, just on a real important technical point here, one of the disputes, one of the main disputes is whether the executive branch can just decide not to spend money that another co-equal branch has said ought to be spent. So it's not just about forcing the federal government to spend money. It's saying Congress said you need to spend this money this way, and the executive branch saying no, I don't feel like it, and the courts say you have to.
Well, my answer to that simply is it is the executive branch's job to figure out how to spend money once it is appropriated by Congress, and sometimes they spend money that's not been appropriated. But the correct political control is between the executive and the Congress. Not some random.
That is also a major legal question.
You really think?
What did he say? He said that it's really up to Congress and the president to decide how the money is spent, not the federal government. The federal government, not the judges. Oh, it's just up, bro. Shit, is it up? Are we up? Oh, we can't move right here. Hold on. We most certainly need. Clearly, there's been a lot of updates. So let me see. Yeah, there we go. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. But yeah, what are we saying? He was saying that it's between president and Congress. Okay. Most of that stuff is between the president and Congress, but if the president doesn't choose to comply, right, then that's when the judges get involved, right? Because somebody obviously brings a suit to the judges, and then the judges decide yay or nay on whether they're complying with the law or not. If they're not complying with the law, then I don't know what to tell you, right? That's how the judges get involved. Select a store to continue. Loading a backup or override the current file days. Okay. So my save is not here. Man, I just can't catch a break. Wasn't we playing this like on this? Were we not playing this on this computer? And if not, why do I not have why do I not have a cloud saved? Are synchronized for this app. Do I need to go on the other computer? Because I do not feel like I don't want to sit there and have to make a new store. All right, I don't feel like playing it no more. I don't feel like playing it no more. We're gonna watch this video and we're going to bed. It's already gonna be too much. I'd have to actually work with it another time. Yeah, we're just gonna watch this and go to bed.
J.D. Vance's tweet is only about these district judges. This is a slippery slope because they're going to move on to what the next ruling is. They're setting the stage so that they can say the executive branch has control now over the judicial branch. They're setting the stage. And for people who think that President Trump has not planned all of this, he pushes the envelope constantly. There was January 6th. He has a myriad of people out there that would support the executive branch being able to rule over the judicial branch because there have been no repercussions. And when there are not consequences, and when there are not repercussions, you get away.
I get it. You want individual federal judges who hate Donald Trump to tie him up for 4 years.
No, I don't.
If you want big policy questions decided, let the Supreme Court do it. But in the interim, the executive has to be allowed to go.
How did we get to the Supreme Court?
Oh my God, bro. She said it before I even did, right? I like Jesus Christ. Like why? You don't notice that, right? Hold on. It's not up to the judicial branch to tell the president how he's supposed to be doing this, right? So why all of a sudden you are getting so supportive of the Supreme Court over there, huh? It's also part of the judicial branch, right? Sure. They've been favored it. They've been giving the man some crazy favoritism, right? And there's a lot of like odd stuff with one of the other justices when it comes to ethics. But despite all of that, right, they have also still ruled against him. Okay, they could still potentially rule against him and still tell him that he's still breaking the law, right? So why is it the Supreme Court get your trust, but not the rest of the judicial process that funnels its way up to the Supreme Court? That's so crazy, right? Like they wear their intentions on their sleeves. But that's what you want. But hold on, right? I bet you he wasn't giving that same energy when they were tying up Biden on stuff like, oh my God, I can't believe I just thought about it. Right. So the student loan forgiveness, right. How Biden wanted to have that money spent. Right. Oh, they was quick to take it to the courts. Right. And what did the courts do? The courts shut it down. You ain't see him complaining about, they shouldn't have been tying him up. And let him do what he do to get the Supreme Court. I bet you those words never came out of that man's mouth at all. Right. That's so. Oh, my God, bro. He's just like you can't take these guys seriously. It's just like when Mitch McConnell, right? I don't know. Mitch McConnell kind of like screwed all the shits up. But if y'all remember, Mitch McConnell was speaking all that good stuff during Obama's term. We can't let a lame duck president elect a Supreme Court judge with only like a month left in their term or whatever, and blah blah blah. It was just like clear, blatant violations of Congress. And you know what? That lady is right. There was no repercussion for that. No repercussion for violating the constitutional right of the President of the United States to elect a Supreme Court judge, right? And then to sit there and then like in a cowardly, spineless way, let Trump do it when he's in the exact same situation that you said could not be done for Barack Obama, right? Like that. It's stuff like that. It's just like I don't know how we don't fix it without being like more repercussion with these people. Like that's just what it is. I'm so happy that the Democrats got beat the way they did, right? Because maybe this will finally like weed out the rest of them, and the gloves can start coming off, right? And then we can start having. Because I can tell you now, right now, it's a hell of a one-sided fight with on the Republican side. Okay, like the Republicans, and when there isn't any infighting, like the Republicans are just gonna decimate the Democrats, and the Democrats are too spineless to do anything about it, right? Because we'll sit there, they'll make any lie under the sun, to get you, to disarm you, to get you to bend to their way, and you best believe they will not give you a single inch when the tables are turned, right? When the tables turn like they are now, they will not give you a single inch. You can say whatever you want, they ain't gonna give a They ain't give a damn.
The judges ruling, things going to appeal, and then it goes
in the meantime, what happens?
So
Trump can't act.
in the meantime, you're supposed to comply with the court's rulings. Am I wrong about that?
Well, you're supposed to comply, but Scott's absolutely right in that the court cannot say you have to spend these dollars today. So as a governor, I dealt with.
Congress passes a law that says something has to be done. You know what it is, right? They're letting them skate by with the fact that it's money. Okay, you need to take money out of the equation. You need to just look at it at its core components. Okay, at the end of the day, Congress passed the law for something to be done. Period. That's it. Period. You either comply with the law or you don't. Okay, because like if you're going to sit there and you're going to grant that because he's going to try to make you feel like morally like, yeah, you know, that's kind of crazy for a judge to tell you that you have to spend this money. Like I can't imagine somebody telling me I have to spend this money to buy like this set of eggs instead of this set of eggs, right? Or I can't just wait a day before I make my decision after evaluating which egg is better or not. That's the kind of things they're trying to invoke out of you. When in reality, right, as far as like the law is concerned, the law doesn't give two shits about that, right? Because you could have easily swapped it for something else that said that from this, saying from this point forward, right, you can't. I'm trying to think of like something that's like semi. You know what? Let's sit there. Let's say like there was a law. As a matter of fact, let's say there was a law that said abortion was completely illegal. Okay, from that point forward, right? You don't then just get the opportunity to then just be like, I want to do research first before like I sit there and think that we can't do abortion, so I'm just going to do it anyway. And then the court tells you, well, yeah, I'm sorry, fam, but you're clearly violating the law. No abortion for you. And then like you and then what? You present this type of argument here, saying that a judge can't sit there and tell you to no, like that's not how the court system, that's not how law in the court system was ever designed to be, right? A law is passed. It gets passed by the House, the Senate, and then signed off by President of the United States that was elected by the people of the United States. Congress is elected by the people of the United States. They created a law that everybody in the United States needs to follow. Okay? A particular party chooses not to follow that law. Okay? Or wants to challenge that law. And then the judges, where they temporarily paused it, and then they reinstated and said, yeah, the president's good. He can do it, right? While it's being litigated. That's how that works, right? So when it comes to this money stuff, right? If the judge says, okay, well, this was passed by law to do this, you will comply with this until the litigation process is over with and is determined whether or not, law is like, legal or not or whatever. Whatever it is, a challenge or whatever. Like it's so crazy to me. It's like that's how you gotta keep them from getting you wrapped up in your feelings and just look at it as core components. Law, follow or don't follow. Don't follow, court system. Court system, two options. Don't follow while being litigated, follow while being litigated. Only two options. That's how it's been since the beginning of, however long however long the U.S. justice system has been or will last. It's just crazy.
Things challenged in state court and federal court. It's all judge shopped, by the way. Judges don't randomly get these.
And they don't have a problem with judge shopping when it benefits them. Do not bring that up. Damn well you don't have a problem with it when you're the one shopping for the judge.
Reason that these cases are filed in Boston, the Boston Court or District, Rhode Island, because they know they're going to get a judge. That's a great
bipartisan practice as well.
Guys, if you don't mind, just smashing that thumbs up button for your boy really goes a long way to help me out.
Do it. I think
that district court and one guy in Texas, Joe Biden.
But you raise the right point. Should the president, should he have to share the presidency with 300 district court judges? No.
But the
point, though. You made a really good point that there have been judges that shut down some of President Biden's executive actions, and they understand, the Biden administration understood that he had to checks and balances.
The Supreme Court tried to stop it. They never will. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Joe Biden.
Yeah, but Scott, he actually didn't ignore it.
He did. They continued to follow
No, he didn't. Oh my God, the lying is just diabolical. Jesus Christ, that's why he's just looking like that. Like he's just when you get to that part of your life where you just shirk off, like just being wrong, like when you just don't care no more when you're wrong. My God, man. You just don't care. It's so slimy. It's just so slimy. You're talking about somebody still pushed through. No, he didn't. So the judge shot him down. So then they stopped, and then they worked on a different way to try and accomplish what they wanted with student loans that was still within the laws of the United States. If I recall correctly, I believe the very last thing he did after he was shot down the last time was that he just then used like the last law that talked about what was it, like hardships or something like that? I forgot. I don't even remember the specific text on the law that allowed it, that allows the government to forgive when you meet these certain criterias, right? That's a law that's already been passed. So then at that point, he's then complying with the law, with that law versus trying to comply with the policy that he wanted, where he was just trying to just blankly forgive. Like it's so crazy.
What did he say out loud? I thought it was a ridiculous policy. I thought it was unconstitutional. I predicted it would get struck down. He'd get struck down, and I applaud it. He did not ignore it, though. He went and tried under a
different law. He went. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Like, how do you ignore? They were saying, how do you ignore a law when you start following a different law? I don't understand it, right? There could be a perfect case if the two laws are like absolutely contradictive and conflicting, which in that case, right, that should go straight to the court system, like for sure, and then Congress will have to figure that out. But if I recall correctly, I don't even know if it was even tied on a law. I could have swore I thought it was tied on a policy that he signed, an executive order or something that he tried to push. I don't even think it was an actual law that Congress passed. I don't think so. I don't.
Someone's coping hard. The CNN panel loses their minds trying to defend Biden's overreach. If Trump had done this, they'd be foaming at the mouth, demanding impeachment. But since it's Biden abusing power, suddenly it's nuance?
Huh?
Give me a break.
What is he talking about? Wait, what is he talking about? If it was Trump that had done this, Trump had done. Wait, isn't a bulk of the conversation about like what Trump is doing when it comes to the money and stuff? Like what? Like is he just now just all of a sudden wants to pick on just like the student loan stuff that they themselves are bringing up to show that when it got struck down, he didn't then just be like, oh well shit, we're just gonna ignore it, right? Like he just he went and practiced on, like pushed whatever he could under a different law that was already passed. That's crazy. That is crazy. I can't watch this no more. I don't even want to watch this no more. Yeah, I don't even watch this no more. It's just it's such a 59 subscribers. Know the unknown, unfiltered, unbiased, unapologetic. Ugh. It's probably all mostly like AI bot it. I'm pretty sure it's probably just mostly AI bot it. It's gotta be. Slammed for telling Ukraine to give up territory. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? We're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about that one time. We're gonna talk about that real quick before we peace out. So let me close this, okay? And let me switch. What is it? Cameras? Can I? No. Do I not get to? Oh yeah. I guess the thing did change, didn't it? The connections I had. Let's change that. Let's talk real quick about Ukraine. That was the other prediction I made. Guys, I'm sorry. Ukraine's out of here. Oh, the Palestinians. I can't believe I forgot about the Palestinians. The Palestinians? The boys is out of here too. I'm sorry. I don't know what you guys. First off, I hope I come across a Middle Eastern person, a Muslim or whoever, right, that voted for Trump because they didn't like what the Biden administration was doing when it came to Palestinian, or didn't vote for either because they didn't like what was going on with the Palestinians. Like, bro, let me tell you something, right? So my prediction for the Palestinians, let's talk about the Palestinians, right? That shit's gone. I'm sorry. That shit's gone, bro. They have a couple of more years now left. Unless Trump does something like extravagant. He might, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to those Gaza resorts. You know what I'm saying? Those Gaza resorts, boy. Those Gaza resorts going to be something, right? You probably might not even need a passport to, travel out there. Depending on how things roll. I don't, like, yeah, this is like the most, I can't say it's crazy. It's not even crazy because, like, it's all logical from what I foresaw so many months ago, when I could have told you, right? That I could have told you, especially like when what, right? When we had when there was so many Jews voting for Trump. When I was watching that one stream, I'm like, yeah, because like we can tell he was the one guy that moved the I was gonna say the capital, the emissary, when he moved the emissary to Jerusalem, right? Which the reason why like nobody else had moved it was because it was trying to like be amicable to both the Palestinians and the Israelis, right? All that's gone, guys. All of that is gone. Okay. It's all going to be now for Israel to just see how much land and stuff they could just suck up now at this point. They're in the greatest position they could have possibly hoped for on expelling those Palestinians once and for all. That's because that's ultimately what the goal is. That is what if they could just sit there and just wipe them all out, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like murder, right? They could just kick them out somewhere else and have them go to like other countries or whatever. Like, most certainly that's what they would do, right? And eventually that stuff is going to die out with the justification for like, the October summer attack and then, this and that and stuff. Like, all that's like over with. All that's all over with. Excuse me. It's tired. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to sleep in like 10 more minutes, okay? But the Palestinians are done. Oh, I'm sorry. Gaza is done. That's done with. Bro, you're not there's not much recovery that can happen with that. Now there is only one thing left that they can do, that they are not going to do, because this is all designed to provoke and antagonize the Palestinians and their situation even worse and worse. And then hopefully they attack again or do something stupid to justify Israel, to then just be like, well, now we're taking more land, and then Trump is going to agree, and bro, it's a time clock now on just like when Gaza gets goes poof. But what they can do, this is the only chance they have left. If a brave leader in Gaza expelled Hamas, new leadership, right, or whatever, and said that we're going to be 100% peaceful with Israel and we're going to stop it all right here, right? Where it's at is where it's at, right? Because remember, right, the Palestinians do have some support outside of their borders, okay? There are if I recall correctly, there's a few countries that recognize them as a state now, right? So like there is some international support. Not only is there some international support, right, but then the ICC is also like, well, until they're rendered useless because Trump already started putting sanctions on them. Could you imagine an international criminal court that's supposed to be like the last resort, the arbiter of making sure justice is upheld throughout the world, through its members, and you just be like the hell with it? That's crazy. But to get back to it, right? they have international support, they can grow off of that. If they accept the losses that they have right now and give it up, they don't have a choice. There is nowhere I don't think I can think of in a real world where the conquerors are overcome by the conquered. Like there's just like not without like significant help elsewhere or something, like which the Palestinians will never have. Well, they will not have. So they have to give it up and say, we will stop exactly right here. This is it. What land has been taken has been taken, and they go peace from there on out. Because at that point now the pressure gets put on Israel, because anything Israel does provocatively, right? For example, like the enroaching settlements, right? You already got the eyes of the international community, right? If you could sit there and like finagle this to be like, now you guys are going to be the ones that's going to be pushing for peace and stuff and don't no hostility stuff, and then you use every power you have in media, graphical design and stuff to just paint the Israelis as terrible as light as possible when they're doing those things that they were doing in the past that they shouldn't have been doing, like encroaching on the territory by putting settlements and whatnot, or kicking out the Palestinians from their lands on the West Bank or stuff. The tune will change very quickly. I promise you. That's all they have left. If they don't do that, then the country's gone. So yeah. So there you go. Right. Congratulations, those people that voted for Trump or chose not to vote for Harris because they wanted a better outcome for the Palestinians. You guys are amazing. I love it. I just love it. It's fantastic. It really is. Okay. That was that. Ukraine. My prediction in Ukraine, bro. And the thing is you saw. Did y'all see a couple of months ago how they were juicing it all up, right? I was like, oh, he was going to be tough on Russia, and there's his unpredictability is what can make what could really change the outcome of this war in Ukraine's favor, and Ukraine, still like coming out like as a sovereign nation and blah 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 blah. No, guys. I don't know why y'all fell for that. Why did y'all fall for these people telling you these things, right? Right? I understood the Ukrainian president saying something just because like he doesn't want to everything he can politically to not get on Trump's bad side, sure, right? But everybody else, y'all should have saw this shit a mile. Y'all should have saw this shit. Y'all should have saw this shit back in 2016. Honestly, I don't understand why y'all didn't even. I don't understand what the issue was, right? I told you exactly what he was going to do. Going to make them give up the land and not let them join NATO, right? That's lose. That's all they're going to get. That's all the Ukrainians are going to get. Maybe they might be able to swap that territory for a territory for that the Russians have in Ukraine. Maybe, but outside of that, that's it. It's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose for them, right? They will be defunded. They will lose to the Russians, right? The Russians will keep the land, and they won't have the guarantees of NATO, right? So then what's going to happen? Now let's start fast forwarding. Let me tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? Now, the Russians are going to enjoy the gradual easement of sanctions, right? So they're going to start getting more money and stuff, getting themselves back together. They won't be at war no more, right? So then that means like, all the attrition and stuff, all that'll stop, right? So they'll be on the up and up, and they'll take the lessons that they learned and they'll prepare for next time. And what are they going to do? In a couple of years, then they're going to seal the deal and take all of Ukraine. There's no other, that's what I'm looking for, right? There is no other outcome for that. They will come back and take Ukraine when they have everything again. They're going to just rebuild themselves back up once they have the money, right? And the thing is that they've already gone through all of the sanctioning, the banks getting kicked off and stuff, right? So they're gonna know. So they already have a playbook on knowing what they can do to stop that bleeding, to fix all of that, and they're gonna have that all in place in advance. They're gonna have their resources. You'll see them like if they normally carry 30 pounds of artillery, now they're gonna do 80 pounds of artillery before they launch it, and then that's it. Why am I computer? off, man. The bastards. Stop it. Right? They're good. That's what they're going to do. They are going to recover, build up, add the new things that they, change up the things that they from what they learned from this experience, and then they're going to come back and they're going to take the rest of Ukraine. That's it. That's all they're going to do. That is what they're going to do. Okay? The best outcome that I would have made me argue that Trump would have been the greatest president, the most consequential, positively president in all of history, and preventing future aggression and whatnot, is if he had gotten Ukrainians to give up the territory and pushed them into NATO, and said that if either Ukraine gets all of the territory back and they're not let into NATO, or you keep the territory, but Ukraine is now going to be allowed entrance into being a NATO ally, right? If I recall correctly, I think Poland shares a border with I was gonna say Germany, with Russia, right? It's not like we have like crazy weapons or anything like that, right? If I recall correctly, there's like deals and stuff that could be made about like what a NATO ally will and won't have in their country, so close to like the Russian country or whatever. But like that outcome would have made Trump probably the greatest president, the most consequential, the most like future altering president in a very long time. If he had sat there, if he makes that deal, people would probably argue he still can't. No, he's going to have them give up the land and not join NATO. That is what he's going to do. He's going to do that. And if he was smart and if he actually cared about the future of humanity, he would have Ukraine give up the land, put him in NATO. Because once again, NATO's not an aggression alliance. Like they don't, like Article 3, like the defense treaty part, that comes from when somebody gets attacked, right? And they have to be attacked unprovoked. It can't be like Poland out the blue attacks Russia and then Russia attacks Poland and then all of a sudden now we're jumping in. That's not how that works, right? So Ukraine being in the NATO would guarantee that it stops right there. Russia would no longer be able to fit. Remember, Finland and Switzerland? They joined lightning fast too. They'll never have to worry about ever being invaded now, and Russia will never invade them now. They can't. He did the same thing with Ukraine. Ukraine gives it the territory. That's it. It starts right there. There'll never be, like, unless Russia has a death wish, right? There won't be any more conflict over there anymore. Okay, that's it. It's done. He got to get away with it like Hitler did when Hitler was initially taking the land. But unlike the response to Hitler, Trump could have then put Ukraine in NATO, and that would have stopped it from that point forward. But now we're going to get this shit show where a sovereign nation got bullied and taken advantage of by Russia. Its land took, everything, right? And it's about to be the sacrificial lamb. It's going to be the sacrificial lamb. They're going to give up their territory. They're going to be made to give up the territory because the U.S. doesn't want to support them no more. That's going to have significant ramifications in the future because then Russia is going to, however long it takes, 10, 15 years from now, probably 10 years. I say 10 years from now. They're going to build themselves up with the lessons that they learned from this experience, so they know like how bad the sanctions are, how to avoid them, have the shadow fleets already, or maintenance up and good to go with the shadow oil, and then they're going to launch a full scale attack back on Ukraine, and then they're going to take it, and then that's it. So that's that. That was my thing for the Palestinians in Ukraine. With that being said, right? I'm sorry, guys. We are. Man, you can look at my eyes. I am tired. Jeez. But how long were we streaming for? An hour and 33? That's not too bad. An hour and 33 minutes, right? Give or take. But we're going to restream regularly. I can't promise you guys tomorrow, but I should be streaming Saturday. Oh God, excuse me. I should be streaming Saturday night. Saturday night, I most certainly will do it. Sunday night is gonna be religion, right? We're getting back to our religion streams, FYI, because they're just easy to do, right? I just sit there and do it. I just can get the games and stuff back working again on this, and we're good. But that's all I had, guys. We'll pick it back up. You guys take care. Oh yeah, there's a button I press, right? I just realized, isn't there a button I press on this? F7? F8? F9? No, it's F6. Neither one of those? I don't remember. Hold on. Okay, so definitely not the automatic scene switcher. It's not this thing. What did I used to have? Advanced scene switcher. That's what I used to have. Is this running? Oh yeah, it's certainly running. Transition to end screen. I could have swore it's like, wasn't it like F? Okay, I pressed all those buttons and none of them worked. Let me. Now I gotta go into the hotkeys and I gotta see what did I set? I could have sworn I had set like F5 or something. Switch the scene. This is shared by more one and has conflicts. F6. F4 is for eyes on me. Main, F4, F5, okay. Transition end screen, F7. Why is my F7? Oh, is it? Yeah, the reason why it didn't work is just because I haven't put it back on the computer over there. Yeah, F7. Okay, yeah, sorry. My keyboard was never pressing anything for the keyboard. But now we're good. So now you guys take care. We'll be back Saturday. I hope. Oh, it should be Saturday. I think I might have my build done by Saturday or sometime Saturday, and this will Saturday night, you know. Or maybe I might stream you guys watching me put it together. But you guys take care. We're going to sleep now because we're really tired.
Will Almighty ever stop being trash? Can he ever not be sorry? Find out next time on Almighty's stream.